Hello. And hello. Thank you so much for joining me today. How you doing? Say hello to Erica, won't you? That's her channel of this video. 9 things I wish I knew before moving to Germany. Link down below. Go check out her channel. These videos are always interesting. Let's see if there's anything in here I didn't know. I'm sure there will be.
Thinking of moving to Germany either to have a better quality of life or unlimited access to pretzels and beer?
Yes!
Then here I present to you things I wish I knew before. Finding the perfect long-term apartment for a reasonable price if you don't speak German can be really tricky. Nonetheless, if you're looking for the cheapest price, aka unfurnished apartments, beware that they are empty. It is a common practice to clear the place out.
That actually sucks. I'm not gonna lie, that actually sucks for somebody who, would be in the circumstance of trying to move to Germany. You gotta furnish the entire thing, including the kitchen. That is expensive, dude. That is so expensive. My goodness. I mean, you could move over here to America and find an apartment. Depending on where you want to live, it might be really expensive. Or you could move to Indiana and find one for like $800 a month. And you really wouldn't have to buy that much. In fact, you could probably find one that's furnished. Or rent a house that's furnished. For sure. So, honestly, that is a pretty big roadblock right there. I mean, you got to have what? To add a kitchen. How much does that cost? I've never had to buy a kitchen. Wouldn't that be like $10,000? Dang. I mean, I'm sure you would finance it probably, but oof.
As much as possible. No curtains, no shelves, no light fittings, no toilet
Not even the pictures.
seats, and
Y'all take the toilet seat with you. Honestly, you know what? You can keep your toilet seat. Maybe we should start doing that over here. It's kind of like, I don't know. I'm not much of a germaphobe, but it is kind of gross. Like, this toilet has been sat on by a different family 10,000 times, and now you're moving in there sitting on it. So, okay, take the toilet seat, but that's crazy. Honestly, that's crazy, because that only costs like, what, $20? And you're taking it with you. Oh
and
my
most
gosh.
importantly, no kitchen. Which is nice if you want to start the whole apartment from scratch, and not so nice if you don't want to spend money installing a whole new kitchen. And as mentioned many times before, if you're looking for secondhand furniture or a cat, eBay Kleinanzeiger is your new best friend.
eBay Kleinanzeiger? Is that like eBay? Oh, yeah, eBay Kleinanzeiger. You can buy a cat on eBay in Germany. This doesn't look anything like eBay. Like American eBay. This is actually wild. What is this? This is like a different version of eBay? I assume it's owned by the same people.
Friend.
I think Microsoft owns eBay now.
If you're looking for a job in Germany, there are 3 types of employment: full-time, part-time, and mini job.
Mini job.
A full-time job in Germany
That's what I want.
is between 36 to 40 hours a week, usually 7 to 8 hours a day with a 30-minute lunch break. And it is illegal to work more than 10 hours a day.
For anyone? What if you want to?
Part-time job in Germany involves less than 30 hours a week. And finally, a mini job is a 10-hour work week where you can earn no more than 520 euros a month. Compared to the other 2 options, at the mini job you get your money tax-free.
Whoa! Tax-free at the mini job. That's actually awesome. Okay.
However, you are not provided the universal health care that comes with paying taxes.
Oh, man.
Moreover, working minimum wage in Germany can be as
I knew there was a catch.
unorganized and sketchy as it is in other countries. So far, I do not have good experiences. Starting from under-the-table pay, not having health insurance when I thought I did, employees working more than 10 hours multiple days in a row,
Which is illegal here, but I really don't know what happens if the employer gets in trouble. Dang, wow, there's some Sketchy business owners, huh? I mean, there are here in America too. But that's crazy. They're making them work more than 10 hours, and that's illegal.
And just not getting paid for the whole month of work. So my advice:
What?
make sure to have a signed contract by you and your employer, and keep track of your working hours the same way.
How can they just not pay you for a month of work? Oh my God, that's like a serious, serious theft. Is that something they try to... Now, like, wow, you got to be a little bit careful with who you do business with, huh? You definitely need to sign that contract. I wonder if that happened to her.
Sundays are a rest day, and they take it pretty seriously. So retail stores and most bakeries will be closed. This is due to the store closing law, which forbids stores opening on Sundays. Although this...
Oh, I didn't know it was a law. I knew stuff was closed on Sundays, but I didn't know that was mandatory.
partially takes religion into account, as the day honors God, it is also an opportunity to give the workers a break each week, except if you work in a restaurant, cafe, or a gas station. Moreover, it is generally frowned upon to do any noisy housework on Sunday. This includes mowing your lawn or... Otherwise, you'll get a loud, angry knock at the door or a quiet little fine in the mail. So therefore, Saturdays are full of people doing their weekly shopping. However, not all Sundays...
You get a fine in the mail for vacuuming too loud. Oh my gosh. Wow.
are the same.
I didn't know that was... You would get a fine. I knew people would, knock at the door or bang on... I don't know. Bang on the ceiling or something. Shut up there. But, you just get a fine in the mail, like, hey, we heard you were vacuuming too loud. It's pretty crazy. It sounds like this girl has had a little bit of a rough start in Germany. Especially with the employment stuff, not getting paid for a month of work. Hopefully that's pretty unusual. I mean, that's highly illegal, obviously.
Some Sundays are open. A rare and unusual sight to see shops working on Sunday, making you think twice if it is actually Sunday. And finally, quiet hours are also important to respect. Those are somewhere between 8 p.m. and 7 a.m. from Monday to Saturday, and basically all day on Sunday. The quality of drinking water in Germany is good.
I would love to experience a quiet hour. I just want to know what that is like. It must be peaceful. That is the point, I think.
So it is safe to drink tap water. Other than tap water, Germany is a big fan of sparkling water. Sprudel. So much so they mix it with fruit juices and call it Schorle, or with ciders and wine and say it tastes good. Plus
they do it and say it tastes good?
They have a not so sparkling water if you're just starting off your sparkling water journey. Love it or...
I've never really had sparkling water. I've tried it, but I didn't like it at all. It tasted really bitter to me. It almost tastes like beer, but not, alcoholic. Very strange. I think you definitely need to acquire a taste for that, and I don't have it at all.
Or hate it, we produce a lot of trash, and it all needs to go somewhere. And Germany is a big fan of recycling. The German recycling system uses different bins classified according to the color system. Firstly, yellow for plastic and soft metals. If, like me, you don't have yellow bins, you have to use these plastic yellow bags that you can find in the city hall or a pharmacy that you can find around the corner for free. Then the blue...
That's random. But that's cool that they're free, but why are they at the pharmacy?
Blue stands for paper. You can't just leave your cardboard boxes laying around. They need to be either ripped to shreds or folded and stuffed into the bin. Green and brown bins that not all houses have are used for organic and bio waste. Basically the leftovers you convince yourself you're still gonna eat even though it's been a week, so they go in that bin. Black or gray bins are used for everything else, except for batteries, light bulbs, and electronics. Those can be disposed in some drugstores and grocery stores. When it comes to glass, like wine bottles, oil bottles,
Okay, that's convenient. I mean, honestly, I never know what to do with my batteries and stuff. I end up just throwing them in the trash. You're not supposed to, but I'm pretty sure that's what everybody here in America does. Same with light bulbs and stuff. I have no idea where I'm supposed to bring it. But in Germany, you bring it to the grocery store? You guys are very organized with all the types of recycling and trash. That is a huge difference. We pretty much just have trash and recycling. That's it.
In some drugstores and grocery stores. When it comes to glass, like wine bottles, oil bottles, and small jars, those are thrown away in these bigger containers found somewhere around your neighborhood. And they are also separated by color: brown, white, and green glass.
Even the glass is separated into 3. Oh my goodness. That is wild. Altogether, it's like there's like 10 different bins for all the different stuff. That's wild.
Moreover, when you buy a drink in a glass, plastic bottle, or a can, be aware of the front.
Of
Deposit,
course.
you pay extra for the drink. And to confirm it, you can find a little emblem on the back.
Oh, that's cool to know, but it doesn't tell you how much the fond is.
This deposit can be reclaimed in most grocery stores and
Is it always 25 cents?
used at the cash register. Everybody is throwing around this phrase that cash is king. And yes, I think compared to other countries, Germany is still fond of carrying some cash and coins in their wallet.
People say cash is king in Germany. I mean, you hear that over here in America, but only in a like investment sense and only when we're like headed toward a recession. You know what I mean? That's like, oh yeah, you want to keep your money in cash right now. Because interest rates are high, you know. Not even really in cash. It's like, yeah, buy treasuries because stuff isn't looking too good. The economy might crash, so cash is king right now. But in Germany, it's just like all the time, cash is king.
And yes, I think compared to other countries, Germany is still fond of carrying some cash and coins in their wallet. You can still find some places that accept only cash. And coins are pretty useful if you're planning to use the public bathroom at some point. However, slowly but surely, paying by card
And you never know when you're going to have to use a public bathroom. So that is an important tip. You got to at least keep 1 coin in your wallet.
is slowly becoming more and more popular.
Actually, I'm curious how much that public bathroom costs.
And coins are pretty useful if you're planning to use the public bathroom.
€1. Oh man, if I'm paying $1 to poop, I'm gonna be in there for a while. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get my dollar's worth. I've never paid $1 to poop.
At some point. However, slowly but surely, paying by card is slowly becoming more and more popular. For example, at the Christmas market, it wasn't a problem to pay by card. Plus, somewhat related to
That actually would have been the one place I would think it would be cash only, at a pop-up market. Because that's how it is here in America. Sometimes it'll be cash only at like a food truck or something. Usually not, but sometimes. But that's cool. I'm looking at the prices. Can't really read any of this, so it's kind of pointless, but okay. It looks really good, all the food.
the topic, but not really, Germany is very slowly incorporating self-checkouts in some grocery stores. Cost
I have a love-hate relationship with the self-checkout.
of living is reasonable. Although prices are going up gradually,
Whoa, little bubble whale.
Germany is still one of the most affordable European countries to live in. Of course, it also depends on where you're planning to.
You know, I didn't know that. I would have thought the cost of living in Germany was relatively high just because the economy is so strong and big in Germany. That tends to seem how it is, you know. Pretty strong correlation between like GDP per capita and cost of living. But that's good that I guess it's not so bad in Germany.
To move. Because, for example, Munich is considered to be one of the...
I know the houses are expensive though.
Of course, it also depends on where you're planning to move. Because, for example, Munich is considered to be one of the most expensive cities in Germany. And Berlin is having a housing crisis at the moment, so... But I did make a whole video about this.
Along with the rest of the world. This video is 1 year ago.
Topic, so if you'd like to, you can give it a watch and give it a little like while you're at it. If you don't have a car or a driver's license, Germany has plenty of public transportation to choose from. S-Bahn, the fastest form of public...
That's a huge benefit. You know, going all the way back to, you know, it sucks that you have to buy a kitchen when you move to Germany. Well, it sucks that when you move to America, you have to buy a car. That pretty much evens it out, I'd say. Probably a similar price too, you know, if you want a really nice... I mean, you can get a car... You probably might think a car would be more than a kitchen. Well, I don't know. It's probably about even, huh? Because you can buy a car here in America for... Well, maybe I'm a little bit out of touch, because in the last, like, 4 years, used cars went way up in price. Like most other things, houses and stuff. Any kind of asset like that. But I think you can still buy a used car, like a Camry, like a 2005 Camry. Should be only, you know, less than $10,000.
public transportation.
I'd be curious. I need to look that up, actually. Actually, hold on. Yep. It looks like... Hold on. Let me pull this up. Yeah. $6,000, $6.5, $4.5. You know. Of course, it's also got 128,000 miles, but it's a Camry.
Public transportation to choose from. S-Bahn, the fastest form of public transportation. U-Bahn, Germany's version of metro. Buses usually link more isolated towns and are a second option.
What did that say about salmon?
Of metro. Buses
Big salty salmon.
usually link more isolated towns and are a second option when the train stops working. Regional trains. There are either Regional Bahn, which has multiple stops, and Regional Express, which is faster and have fewer stops. Although Germans are well known for their punctuality, the same could not be said for trains. In my experience, around 50% of the time, a train will be late or delayed, especially if it's a long trip. In this situation, the DB...
I could imagine that causes a domino effect. It's like an airplane being late, you know. Then you're late for the layover and blah, blah, blah. Maybe not so much with trains, but yeah.
Navigator app is very useful. If the train has a significant delay, looking for alternative routes is key. Especially if you have a one-way ticket, you're more than allowed to switch routes if the train is not on time. And for frequent travelers, I would suggest subscribing to a Bahn card that will give you train ticket discounts. Then Germany is ranked among the top 5 bicycle-friendly places in Europe. Some are better than others. Plus,
what was on the back of their
top
bikes?
5 bicycle-friendly places.
It's interesting they all have some cargo. That's very uncommon here in America.
In Europe. Some are
You see that for people like delivering food in the city.
better than others. Plus, each city, town, and state have different laws concerning bicycles, and the laws are strictly enforced. The healthcare system is great. The German government offers free healthcare for all its citizens, which is funded through taxation. Roughly 87% of people in Germany use public health insurance.
What is going on here? Is the ambulance selling pretzels, or
And it
maybe that's like vaccinations?
roughly 80.
That's funny. I've never seen. I'm curious what they're doing.
87% of people in Germany use public health insurance, and it covers almost all medical treatments. The one issue
Obviously, this is a major benefit and a huge deal.
with German healthcare is
It helps offset the cost of the kitchen. Let me just say that.
that you need to find a doctor. And finding a doctor can be difficult if the clinic doesn't accept new patients. So be prepared to make more than a few phone calls. Here, it is mandatory for all residents, whether employed or unemployed, to have some kind of health insurance. This especially applies for freelancers and self-employed people, because they need to sort this out themselves. Otherwise, after 6 months, you'll get a letter saying that you need to pay for the previous months you haven't been insured. And
Oof, that would suck. Not only do you not have insurance, but you're having to pay. That actually was how it was here in America too for a while. Under Obamacare. Which actually did affect me. I had no insurance, and then I was like, oh, I guess I'm gonna have to buy insurance. But I think Trump took that away or something. I don't know. I don't use Obamacare anymore, so I don't know.
And it can all add up to quite some amount. And that's it for the video.
All right. That was pretty fascinating, honestly. I appreciate the some of these first couple facts. You know, it sounds like she had a little bit of a rough start in Germany, not getting paid. That just blows my mind. Is that someone like taking advantage of someone that doesn't understand German, or what is that? But it certainly seemed like, you know, a realistic look at some things you might run into trying to move to Germany. But of course, overall, it's beautiful. So I think you'd be all right. Go check out her channel. That was really cool. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.